fingers up. Okay. Give me one of the I am statements from John. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Give me another one, just one. Hey. Okay. You know them, you just won't say them. But I really encourage you to scan John. Read it through like it was a good newspaper, a thing you would read in a magazine. I've been this way ever since I was 3 or 4 years old, so, Anyway, read it quickly, read the narrative, and if there's something that really stands out, just make a note to come back to it. But get that picture of John. What is he talking about? What is he trying to tell us? Where do we need to go? And make that yours. As a faith community, we read John, we talk about him, we see the life of Jesus through these witnesses, and it's great. Make it yours. Own the Gospel of John in some way. The 7 signs, the 7 things that say, this is meaningful, this is meaningful. 7 I am statements, the 7 signs. Or something that you can say, I remember this from John's Gospel, and here's why it's meaningful to me. Doesn't have to be a lot. It can be the whole book, but it's yours is the point. Own your faith. We as a faith community own our faith together, and we proclaim that every time we come together. During the week, we are together in heart and spirit, but we live our individual and family lives, it seems, so own that faith. Flo. Flo says it's very comforting to remember that as Jesus was going to the garden, he remembered Flo. For himself, for the apostles, and all of us. I'm repeating everything because there's some folks that can't hear online, so I'll get it. I'll give them the Reader's Digest. But yeah, I remember we talked about that and how it just, I began to feel some chills too, and I thought, wow, yeah, he did. And one of the things Chuck likes to say all the time is that when he was on the cross, I was on his mind. Wow. Friday afternoon, late, getting into the evening. And Jesus has died. They've claimed the body, taken it to a brand new tomb, belonged to Joseph of Arimathea. That's what the other gospel writers will say. John doesn't disclose it. It's close. They've got to get the body ready for burial and a time of grieving. And then Sunday comes. John chapter 20. Reading from the New American Standard. Now, the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene came early to the tomb while it was still dark and saw the stone taken away from the tomb. Boy, that doesn't make any sense. So she ran and came to Simon Peter and the other disciple whom Jesus loved and said to them, they've taken away the Lord out of the tomb. We do not know where they have laid him. So Peter and the other disciple went forth, and they were going to the tomb, and just personal touches. You just love it. The two were running together. The other disciple ran ahead faster than Peter. He's a lot younger than Peter, and came to the tomb first. And stooping and looking in, he saw the linen wrappings lying, but he didn't go in. And so Simon Peter also came, following him, and entered the tomb, and he saw the linen wrappings lying, And the face cloth which had been on his head, not lying with the linen wrappings, but rolled up in a place by itself. When you get up in the morning, and if you wear pajamas or whatever, and I don't want to know, by the way, but if you wear pajamas and things, you just take them off and throw them. A lot of times, you put them up or you put them someplace. They're ready for you to come back. What's happened? Jesus has laid aside neatly, as though they were just temporary clothes, that which would have shrouded the dead on any other occasion. So the other disciple who had come to the tomb, verse 8, also entered, he saw and believed. So much impact there. He saw and believed. Remember that for our friends to whom John wrote, and to us, that the word for belief means an investment. It wasn't just like, oh, how about that? But there is an investment of himself at that level. Who was Jesus for John? At that level. He now says, Jesus said it, I didn't get it, but now I think I'm starting to understand. For as yet, they did not understand the scripture that he must rise again from the dead. John's starting to get it. He's telling on himself. He said, I'm still a little confused, but I think I know what's going on finally. Alfie. Yeah, Alfie makes the comment, the way that they approached the tomb and how they entered kind of has a question for us as to how it was really dug out and how it was covered. Interesting. Yep, Germans are excellent. Yeah. Someone may also suggest that Peter was kind of tall and had to stoop when he went in. That's another that's another option for us to think about. Mary, she's a little old gal. She's kind of walks in, maybe, but they went in. They're aghast. They can't believe it. I don't know. I don't know if we talk about anxiety. For Mary, it's anxiety. 11, Mary was standing outside the tomb weeping, and so she wept. She stooped, she did stoop, and looked into the tomb. She had to get down there, Alfie. And she saw two angels in white, sitting one at the head and one at the feet where the body of Jesus had been lying. One writer said that the mercy seat, Kappareth, the place of atonement,